Hi there. Welcome to Storytime Online at Wood Library. I'm Mrs. Ferris and I have a very special guest with me today. Let me introduce him. Or maybe he doesn't need any introduction. Come on up. Do you know who this is? I bet a lot of you do. This is Pete the cat, and he's here because he has a brand new book at Wood Library. And that set the theme for today's program, so let's get it. The book is called Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. It's by Kimberly and James Dean and is published by HarperCollins. And it's so new, this is the first time it's being shared. Pete the cat loves pizza. Pete the cat loves parties too. Pete had an idea of what he could do. Pizza, idea, party. He would have the perfect pizza party. The sign says, "You are invited to Pete's Pizza Party. There'll be fun, music, games. Bring your swimsuit." Pete's friends all arrived. It was time to build the perfect pizza together. That would make the pizza even better. Pete thought the perfect pizza would be pepperoni with extra cheese. It's a party, a pepperoni pizza party, he sang. But everyone did not agree. Callie said, "Pepperoni would be just fine, but I really love pretzels on mine." Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pretzels? Well, that's something new, but maybe pretzels could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pizza party. Now Squirrel said, "Pepperoni and pretzels would be just fine, but I really love pistachios on mine." Do you know what pistachios are? They're a kind of nut. I'm not surprised that Squirrel likes those. But Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pistachios? Well, that's something new, but maybe pistachios could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pizza party. Well, Grumpy Toad said, "Pepperoni, pretzels, and pistachios would be just fine, but I really love pickles on mine." Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pickles? Well, that's something new, but maybe pickles could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, pizza party. Gus said pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, and pickles would be just fine, but I really love popcorn on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Popcorn? Well, that's something new, but maybe popcorn could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, pizza party. And then Alligator said, "Pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, and popcorn would be just fine, but I really love papayas on mine." That's a kind of fruit. Now Pete and the gang were really puzzled. Papaya? Well, that's something new, but maybe papaya could be groovy too. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya, pizza party. Pete and the gang piled the pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, popcorn, and papaya on top. The pizza was so high, they had to stop. Ding! The pizza was done. Trying something new might be fun. They all build up the courage to take a first bite. And the pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza was, what do you think? Out of sight, dynamite, just right. And in the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. Would you be willing to take a bite of that pizza with all of those things on it? And did you notice that all of the toppings began with a letter P? I wonder what else we could have put on there that begins with the letter P. Oh, we could put peas. Or peaches. Or, I'll let you think about it. All right, well, shall we do a finger play about something else we eat? Can you get your hot dogs ready? I've got my 5 little hot dogs that are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So fold one down. 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So no little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the pan went bam. Well, those were some very interesting toppings to make a very interesting pizza. But this story, well, it's called Pete's a Pizza. And it's by William Steig. It's a Michael DeCapua book by HarperCollins. And look, that's Pete. Oh my goodness. Pete's in a bad mood. Just when he's supposed to play ball with the guys, it decides to rain. And rain, and rain. Pete's father can't help noticing how miserable his son is. He thinks it might cheer Pete up to be made into a pizza. So he sets him down on the kitchen table and he starts kneading the dough. That means squishing him or tickling him maybe. And pushing and stretching. And stretching it this way and that. Now the dough gets whirled and twirled up in the air. Next, some oil is generously applied. It's really water. And then comes some flour. It's really talcum powder. And then some tomatoes. They're really checkers. Pete can't help giggling when his mother says, he doesn't like tomatoes. She doesn't like tomatoes on her pizza. All right, says his father, no tomatoes, just some cheese. And the cheese is pieces of paper. You see, they took all of the tomatoes off. How about some pepperoni, Petey? But Pete can't answer because he's only some dough and stuff. But when that dough gets tickled, it laughs like crazy. Pizzas are not supposed to laugh. Pizza makers are not supposed to tickle their pizzas. Well, says his father, it's time for this pizza to be put in the oven. You see what's going to be the oven? That's their couch. And now, our pizza is nice and hot. Father brings the pizza to the table. It's time to slice our pizza, he says. But the pizza runs away, and the pizza maker chases him. The pizza gets captured and hugged, and now the sun has come out. And so the pizza decides to go and look for his friends. And that's the end. I wonder what they might have for dinner that night. Certainly not Pete, but maybe a pizza. All right. Well, can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out? Clap, clap, clap your crazies out. Clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out? Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Stand up for this one, remember? Can you jump, jump, jump your jiggles out? Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Oh. Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Oh. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. Well, this is a little longer story. This is called Stone Pizza. I don't know that I would like to eat a stone pizza. This is written by Susan Mitchell with pictures by McNevin Hayes. It's an autographed copy. And it's published by the RGU Group in Tempe, Arizona, where they probably set the story because it looks like a desert to me. Does it to you too? Coyote's belly rumbled louder than a pickup truck as he wandered beside the highway. He hadn't eaten for days. Summer brush fires and a long drought had made food scarce on this stretch of the road, and the local critters were especially suspicious of strangers. Everywhere Coyote walked, the animals scurried into their burrows or scampered away. Looks like hospitality is going to be as hard to find as food, thought Coyote. But luckily, Coyote was as clever as he was hungry. So he stopped to rest a spell and came up with a plan. Then he heard Horned Toad snoring loudly on a big flat rock. Psst! Pardon me, partner, Coyote said, walking up to the sleeping lizard. Do you know where a feller might find a bite to eat? Sorry, stranger, said the Horned Toad. Around here, food is harder to find than a flea on a June bug. And then Horned Toad scurried into the scrub brush. Looks like these folks need to learn how to make some stone pizza, thought Coyote. He picked up the stone that Horned Toad had been sitting on, and he licked his chops as he gathered tumbleweeds to make a fire. Coyote placed the stone on top as he blew on the flames, and then he danced and he sang. Stone pizza, what a treat, I can hardly wait to eat. Well, Coyote said in his loudest voice, and he made such a ruckus that critters began to peek out of their hiding places. Horned Toad crawled out for a closer look. What are you up to, mister? He asked. Making stone pizza, Coyote replied. The most lip-smacking pizza you ever tasted. Looks like a plain old stone to me, grumbled Horned Toad. Think so, do you? Said Coyote. Horned Toad rolled his eyes and crawled back into the shade to watch. Soon, the other critters came around for a closer look, too. Of course, a mouth-watering pizza like this would be much better with some flour, Coyote continued. Well, Raccoon sniffed the stone and replied, well, I found a half bag of flour in the garbage. I'll let you use it if I can share your pizza. Steal old flour from a trash can, Bandit? Mumbled Horned Toad. It's a deal, said Coyote, and Raccoon hurried off and fetched the flour. Now when Raccoon returned, Coyote added water and kneaded it into a dough. He flattened it out and gave it a toss up in the air and then patted it down on the warm rock. Now, if only I could round up some tomato sauce, said Coyote, loud enough for all to hear. Well, Tortoise crept up to Coyote and said, you know, I saw a can a mile back by the picnic area. I don't know how you open it, but I'll get it if I can share your pizza. Deal, said Coyote. Meet back here at sunset. Now, fortunately, there were no cars in sight as Tortoise ambled across the highway to fetch the sauce. You'll be lucky to get it by next Tuesday at his speed, groaned Horned Toad. But Coyote ignored Horned Toad and continued fanning the flames. I remember my old grandpappy made stone pizza with cheese and mushrooms, he said. Oh, too bad we don't have any. I hate to give it up, but I've been saving a hunk of cheese for a special occasion, said Field Mouse. And I ran across some mushrooms while I was digging, offered Armadillo. Horned Toad, well, he grumped. Doesn't that sound delicious? Moldy cheese and dirty mushrooms. But Coyote agreed to share with Armadillo and Field Mouse, and a few minutes later they returned with the cheese and mushrooms. The hungry critters watched Coyote break the ingredients into tiny pieces and toss them on the dough. Now, Grandpappy told me, in some parts, that stone pizza tastes even better with peppers and onions. Hey, there's a pepper garden a little ways from here, said Jackrabbit. And I keep an onion in my burrow, said Skunk. We'll let you use them if we can share your pizza. Pilfered peppers and a smelly old onion from a skunk? Phew, said Horned Toad. It's a deal, said Coyote. Jackrabbit bounded off into the brush as Skunk waddled off to her burrow, and when they returned, Coyote set about dicing the peppers, that means cutting them up in little pieces, and peeling the onion. And as the sunset burned bright orange and faded to pink, Coyote kept the fire going. Everyone gathered around with their mouths watering. Everyone except, who's not back yet? Tortoise. I told you he'd never make it back in time, said Horned Toad. You couldn't open that can anyway. Well, just then, Coyote saw Tortoise by the side of the road, rolling a can with his head. Coyote ran over to Tortoise and picked up the can. Good timing, Tortoise, said Coyote. And now for the big finish. And off on the horizon, a huge 18-wheeler was speeding down the highway in a cloud of dust. Coyote carried the can to the edge of the road. The critters waved their paws and yelled for him to stop. Coyote gave the can a hard toss into the road. Great! Now we'll never get this pizza finished, said Horned Toad. Well, the truck got closer and closer and closer until splat! The animals opened their eyes and saw Coyote grinning by the side of the highway. Do you see what is all around? Tomato sauce, yes. Coyote picked up the squash can of sauce. Yep, just enough left for our stone pizza. Coyote added the sauce to the pizza, and just as the dough browned and the cheese and the sauce bubbled, Horned Toad crawled out from behind the scrub brush. Can I help you, partner? Asked Coyote. Horned Toad lowered his eyes and cleared his throat. Well, I have something for the pizza too, if I can share. And he pulled out 2 big crickets. Well, that's mighty nice, Toad, but why don't you save those for your slice, said Coyote. And when the pizza was ready, Coyote gave a slice to each critter, even Horned Toad. And as they rubbed their bellies, oh, all the critters thanked clever Coyote for showing them how to make stone pizza. Some dessert would sure be good, said Coyote. Oh, I bet we can use that stone to make prickly pear pie, said Horned Toad. The others looked at each other and nodded. Coyote smiled and said, Toad, that just might work. Let's get cooking. Did that remind you of any other story you've ever heard? I know one called Stone Soup. And really what it's all about is working together to get something for everyone. Well, I know somebody who can be pretty hungry. Can you get your crocodile ready? And your 5 monkeys? 5 little monkeys swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So hide one monkey. He doesn't need him, but the monkey's hiding. 4 little monkeys swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So now 3 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. 2 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So that leaves 1 little monkey swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So now no little monkeys are swinging in the tree. I'd better watch out so he won't catch me. All right. Well, I don't know whether you make pizza at home or whether you order it and have somebody deliver it. And that's what our last storybook is about. This is called Hi, Pizza Man by Virginia Walter with pictures by Ponder Gumble. And it's published by Orchard Books. Mama! I'm hungry. Oh, I know you're hungry, Vivian. It's so hard to wait for the pizza man to come, but he'll be here soon. What will you say when the doorbell rings and we open the door? Hi, pizza man. And what if it's not a pizza man? What if it's a pizza woman? Then what will you say? Hi, pizza woman. What if it's not a pizza woman? What if it's a pizza cat? Then what will you say? Actually, kitty. Meow, meow, pizza kitty. What if it's a pizza dog? Then what will you say? Woof, woof, pizza dog. What if it's a pizza duck? Then what will you say? Quack, quack, pizza duck. What if it's a pizza cow? Then what will you say? Moo, pizza cow. What if it's a pizza snake? Then what will you say? Pizza snake. What if it's a pizza dinosaur? Then what will you say? Roar, pizza dinosaur. who's delivering it. Are you ready? Let's open the door. Hi, Pizza Man. And you know, it was delicious. All right. Well, Pete, that was a good topic. And I think we've got a flannel board to go with it. But I don't have my flannel board here because this is a different way of sharing our story today. So let's see what you think. First, I need a pizza box. Pizza box, pizza box. What do you see? I see a crust, a golden crust lying in me. Golden crust, I'm going to turn it this way, I think. Golden crust, what do you see? I see some red sauce covering me. Oops, I think we need it down just a little bit, so there we go, so we can have crust all the way around. Red sauce, what do you see? I see some white cheese covering me. You'd probably want a lot more, wouldn't you? White cheese, what do you see? I see pepperoni covering me. Pepperoni, what do you see? I see some green peppers lying near me. Green peppers, what do you see? I see some spicy sausage lying near me. Spicy sausage, what do you see? I see some black olives lying near me. Black olives, what do you see? I see some purple onions lying near me. Purple onions, what do you see? I see some sliced mushrooms lying near me. Sliced mushrooms, what do you see? I see someone about to eat me. Yikes! And those are our pizza stories for today. Are you hungry? Maybe you might want to make a suggestion to somebody that pizza for dinner sounds awfully good. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. It's time for Storytime Online.